All right, let's do this. Let's get to work here. Feed these hungry gamers. It's Sunday. Hello, people. Another beautiful day. Yeah. Hope your five senses work. Hope your health and strength is good. What? And to you PC fans, what's up with it? PC Tribe, PC Nation, PC Universe, PC World, PC Legion was good. PC Mob was good, and PC Squad was good. Look, man. Look, I tried to warn you people days ago, even weeks ago, and even months, that 8 gigs of RAM is a joke in a computer. Y'all, you didn't take me serious, huh? 8 gigs of RAM when it comes to video games. 8 gigs of RAM is a joke. Okay? 16 gigs of RAM is a joke now. You know what guess what we play with now in 2023. 32 gigs of RAM. And I guess this is where the Neo Pro comes in. So in order to run Returnal on the PC, you need 32 gigs of RAM. Yeah, we don't play with 8 and 16 no more. Those things are obsolete. We play with 32. Look, I remember EA, I think it was last year or 2 years ago. I think it was when Battlefront 2 or Jedi Fallen Order, one of the two, when those games came out. Actually, I think it was Jedi Fallen Order. When EA was releasing Star Wars, can't remember if it was Jedi Fallen Order or Squadrons or Battlefront 2. They were saying that 32 gig, you needed 32 gigs of RAM. So now in 2023 now, you need 32 gigs of RAM to have a good gaming experience with Returnal. Yeah, listen to this. Here we go again. Another day in the gaming world. Alright, let's do this. Says here, Returnal PC port recommends 32 gigs of random access memory, RAM, for smooth gaming experience. Yeah, 32 gigs of RAM, man. So 16 ain't cutting it no more. 8 gigs of RAM ain't cutting it no more. You need 32 for PC gaming experience. So for all you PC nerds out there, you know that builds your PC, you know, from a custom PC or a maximum PC or a Falcon or a thermal take. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. We play with 32 or better. Now some of you probably got one of those Asus motherboards with like 200 gigs of RAM on it. So this doesn't affect you. But for all you people that don't use Asus motherboards or build your computers from a Falcon or Alienware or Thermaltake, you need 32 gigs of RAM. 32 gigs of RAM is the standard for RAM when it comes to video games. Like I told you people before, video games is what pushes the computer industry. Speed, power, performance. Power and specs matters in video games. You learned that from me. Sitting here playing around here. Look, says here, Returnal PC port recommends 32 gigs of RAM for smooth gaming experience. Yeah, step your game up. Anyway, says here, among many titles launched at the Game Awards in 2022, Sony has also announced its much-awaited Returnal game for PC alongside Last of Us Part 1. And the Steam page was also updated for Returnal just after Sony made its announcement with specs for minimum recommended specs for users. See, right now the Neo Pro is looking pretty right now. Like, you were laughing at us when they probably like, yeah, you all were laughing at us when we said 32 gigs of RAM, huh? Who's laughing now? Anyway, listen to this. It says here, according to the Steam system requirement for PC port of Returnal are as follows: operating system Windows 10.64-bit version, Uh, it's a version 1903. Processor Intel i5 6400, 4 cores, 2.7 gigahertz each. Yep. Radeon 5 1500X, 4 cores at 3.5 gigahertz. Yeah. Power, speed, power, and performance, people. Step your game up. Anyway, says here, memory, 16 gigs of RAM. Graphics, GeForce RTX 1060, 6 gigs. 6 gigs, that's for the RAM, that's for the NVIDIA GeForce 1060. And for AMD Radeon 5800, 8 gigs. Storage, 60 gigs of solid state. You get the point? An additional SSD recommended. Then it says here, Returnal. Returnal system requirements. Windows operating system 10, 64-bit. Intel i7 8700, 6 cores at 3.7 gigahertz each. Whoa! AMD Ryzen 7 2700X, 8 cores at 3.7 gigahertz each. Video games, folks. Memory. Yeah, random access memory for Returnal, 32 gigs of RAM. And that is for smooth gaming. Yeah, step your game up. Anyway, says here graphics, NVIDIA RTX 2070 Super video RAM, we're talking here, 8 gigs. And AMD RX 6700 XT, 12 gigs. And storage, 60 gigs of solid state drive storage. Step your game up. Anyway, 2023, it says here, sitting here playing around here. Let's see if I can catch this. Says here, oh, here we go. Unlike other Sony ports, Returnal port will be co-developed by 2 developers, including Climax and House Marquee Studios. Climax and House Marquee Studios have a good track record for porting PC games in the past, and judging from Sony's track record for PC till now, we shouldn't be worried about the optimization performance of Returnal on PC, though the 32 gigs of RAM is required on the higher side. Furthermore, the game will support both NVIDIA DLSS, Deep Learning Super Sampling. Then there is DLAA, Deep Learning Anti-Aliasing. Step your game up. And of course, there's AMD FSR. AMD stands for Advanced Micro Devices. FSR stands for what? Fidelity Super Resolution. Anyway, upscaling technology and the PC ports of Returnal will also be launching with all updates included, like co-op mode, challenge mode, and Tower of Sisyphus endless mode. Though the only downside, cross-platform co-op mode, as PC players would not be able to play with PlayStation 5 owners. But it should not be a surprise, as Sony has always been against cross-platform compatibility. Yeah, that might explain why Dust 514 was shut down, huh? When PC players could have played with PlayStation players. That explains everything. All right, Sony, whatever. It says here, what are your thoughts on Returnal finally coming to PC? Especially the 32 gig recommended RAM support suggested by the developer on the game. Oh man, 32 gigs of RAM is nothing. Step your game up. See, if you were reading magazines like I was, like, you know, Maximum PC, Custom PC, and if you were following ASUS when they were making those Rampage motherboards, and you see the RAMs, those motherboards were pushing 32 gigs of RAM is nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing to us PC players. We used to it. but what it means is, though, step your game up, because these video games are getting up there in specs. So let's take Jedi Survivor. I will run that on 32. What's that? Suicide Squad, Killer Justice League. Oh yeah, 32. What? Step your game up, man. So when it comes to PC gaming, speed, power, performance, power, and specs. Okay, yeah, that's what it comes down to. You can't shortchange your you can't shortchange yourself in this PC gaming market. You can't shortchange yourself, and you have to build your PC as powerful as you as you want it. You know, so you can get the best for your games. So you never shortchange yourself in this PC gaming world. Never shortchange yourself. So never be afraid to spend some money on your PC. Some people be trying to play conservative, and then they wonder why their they're not getting the best performance out of their PCs. You can't shortchange yourself with PC gaming. So step your game up, man, when it comes to PC gaming. And let's see here, where was I at? I just had it. Tell you what, my music stopped playing. But anyway, gotta have my little music when I'm playing my games. Hey, stop it. Anyway, so you have to step your game up when it comes to these PC games. You just got to do it. Now, for you Steam Deck fans, I'm not even done with you Steam Deck fans. Check this out. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna save that for another video. But anyway, when it comes to PC gaming, you have to step your game up. You just have to. You can't shortchange yourself. You know, 8 gigs of RAM ain't cutting it in PC. Sorry, 16 gigs of RAM ain't cutting it. You got to go 32 and above. You know, so to get the best out of PC gaming, and it's definitely worth it, man. Especially when you got all kind of windows open on your computer. You got one window looking at something else, then you got another window looking at something else, and then that requires RAM to run. So the more RAM, the better. So yeah, 32 gigs of RAM. Oh yeah. That's the standard for video games in 2023. So step your game up. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy with the article. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Bored, dark side. Go. Peace.